What's the deal, y'all, man? Welcome back to the channel, bringing you the realest and rawest reactions on YouTube. Today we got another banger for y'all, man. So look, we got when a criminal is smarter than the police. Already about to run this one up right here. This is brought to us by Dr. Insanity. Shouts out to them. Go to their page, run them up to 100K. This dropped April 21st, man. So basically, this is interrogations like this don't happen often where the suspect outsmarts the detectives and knows exactly what to do. This is the case of DaBaby, who is one of the people who got out of an interrogation better than he went in. All right, so I'm assuming this is either when DaBaby had shot the dudes that came into his house or like broke into his house. It's either that, but more likely it's the Walmart situation. Everybody knows about the Walmart situation. He was with the kids, with the family, had to pop a dude. You know, it was on video, it was on camera, a bunch of stuff. It was a whole situation. It was a whole story. That was like probably a year or two ago. I'm assuming the footage of the interrogation probably just recently got leaked or came out. So we're going to check this one out. Some of y'all might not know this, but I am a fan of DaBaby. I am a fan. I'm not a huge diehard fan of the music, but I like the music, but I also like the energy and just the way he carried himself, despite a lot of people hating on him. But anyways, we're going to check out this interrogation. If you guys want me to do more stuff like this, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get to it.
I know if y'all had proof of me robbing somebody, we wouldn't even be talking. Y'all would have cuffed me. I would be charged with it. That's what I know, bro.
In January of...
Damn. He probably just said the most important thing of the video right there, dog. That's the video. It's over now. That's the video. We can call it. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We out of here. That's the video. Literally the most important thing within any interrogation ever. And I've been interrogated by the police a number of times. Okay? A number of times I've been interrogated. I've been interrogated by detectives trying to get me to snitch on my parents and my other family members. I've been interrogated by police trying to think I'm doing major drug dealing. All types of crazy stuff. I've been interrogated by police for insinuating or for starting a riot. Like I've been through it, bro. But one thing about that whole situation is if they got to interrogate and ask questions, that means they don't know what's going on. Even if they say they know what's going on, even if they say they got the proof, even if they say it's already case closed, if they still trying to talk to you and get quick answers and questions out of you, more than likely 90% of the time, they don't have it case closed. Remember that. They asking you questions trying to figure out more stuff they don't know. Because if they knew when they could put you in jail, they wouldn't even be asking questions. They put you in jail because they already got the evidence.
Of 2020, DaBaby, aka Jonathan Kirk, was supposed to be playing a show at a nightclub in Miami. But when the owner paid him only $20 out of the $30,000 he owed him, things got out of hand fast. The victim alleged that Kirk punched him in the face multiple times before he was attacked by more of Kirk's crew. He was beaten up and knocked to the ground before being robbed for his phone, his credit card, and $80 cash. The only footage of the event was this piece of obscured CCTV footage. Kirk fled the scene in a black SUV before returning to the hotel a few hours later, only to be met by both of the victims and a team of police waiting to arrest him. He was escorted to the police station and told he was only there as part of an investigation.
Shit, we just gotta do our investigation and that's it.
But as it would turn out, the investigation wouldn't be that simple.
I ain't gonna lie, I never heard about this situation. I thought it was either gonna be the Walmart situation or the home robbery situation. I never heard about this. But either way though, he got paid $20,000, supposed to get $30,000. So he didn't even get all the money he was supposed to get. So the promoter was already probably scamming. You know what I mean? The promoter might have been scamming, might have been short on money. Who knows? Either way, whatever happened, if there's 15 dudes and one dude decides to get you for $80 your credit card and this, you can't just put that on DaBaby. The whole situation might have started with him, but if some other dude out of nowhere who ain't got nothing to do with DaBaby decide to rob you for your credit card, your $80, whatever, your phone, whatever it is, that ain't him. That's somebody else. He probably just tried to put it on him because that's the most famous person. Who else you gonna put it on? You gonna put it on him? If somebody in his crew, somebody that was around him did it, you still gonna put it on him. You don't even know who the other person is. So let's continue.
And unfortunately for the cops, Kirk spent his hour in the interrogation room displaying exactly what to do in this situation and making the cops' lives as difficult as he possibly could.
What's your full name?
We just want to get for you. This is just a formality. Just tell your name, date of birth, and all that stuff.
Immediately, it's obvious that this isn't going to be an easy one for the detectives.
He's not playing their
Kirk
game.
starts off by refusing to answer any of the officer's questions, even just regarding his own name. He's already been read his Miranda rights, informing him that he has the right to remain silent, so it seems as though he's choosing to do just that. Interestingly, however, he is choosing to waive his right to a lawyer, and let's be honest here, it's not because he can't afford it. The best course of action if you're ever put in this scenario is to stay silent and ask for a lawyer. But this time, Kirk is confident that he'll be able to wriggle out of this himself, as long as he chooses his words carefully.
An incident occurred at the hotel, 1500 Southwest First Avenue, that you were there for, correct?
What incident?
Exactly.
You had an altercation with somebody?
No.
You didn't.
What
What
incident, right? If he had just said, oh yeah, that incident, or this happened, or that happened, now you're putting yourself in that situation, and you're also kind of admitting guilt in that situation. You say, what incident? I don't know. What are you talking about? Now they have to explain to you what's going on, but they're not going to want to explain it. They're going to try to say everything around it to get you to say, oh yeah, I remember that happened. Right? Instead of them just telling you what it is. Because if they tell you what it is and you say, I don't know, then they ain't got nothing.
Are they business dealing with somebody?
No.
You didn't?
No.
So somebody didn't bring you $20,000 in front of the hotel in your SUV?
No. Somebody bring $20,000 that wasn't theirs and lied to them and told them that it was for an event of theirs on the 31st. And lied to them. That person, once he realized they were doing bad business, said nah and left for his $20,000.
Okay, so you didn't count.
And got my contact information to do business the right way. That's what happened.
Around what time was this, sir?
I don't know. Whatever time they told you. Whatever time the camera showed me not robbing no damn body.
Kirk is claiming that he had nothing to do with anything that happened outside. His story is somewhat unclear, but he's essentially saying that his manager was talking with an event promoter about playing at a nightclub called Cafe Iguana Pines. But it turns out the money that they were offering was stolen, and the promoter was acting strange during the deal. So instead of taking it and going through with it anyway, he told them to get their act together and left without an argument. This, of course, does not explain the altercation outside that was clearly caught on camera, but with the footage unclear and no witnesses nearby to identify the assailants, as long as Kirk sticks to his story, theoretically, things should be perfectly fine.
Common sense. You know what I made to even be down here? A promoter booked me at that hotel. I didn't pay to be at the hotel. I was paid for. You'd have let me on my room, you would have saw close to $250 million cash, legally, hard-earned money. I don't got to take nothing from nobody, bro.
Well, let me ask you this.
I will go outside here right now and throw $10,000 in the air. Like, I do not.
Bro just flexed on the whole cop's life, bro. Said, I'll go outside and throw $10K in the air right now. What are we talking about? 20,000? What are we on about? And I like how he removed himself from the situation. Whether he was there or not, he removed himself from the situation. Somebody else, that somebody else called me. I don't even know. I was asleep.
Care about no money. I don't, bro.
Was there an argument?
No, it was an argument. I didn't argue with a soul. My voice was never raised. It was never aggressive language from me. None of that.
Was there a fight?
None of that. No, I ain't seen no fight. And nothing was taken. We shouldn't be in no robbery, bro. So when y'all get done doing what y'all doing, y'all need to do y'all job. Y'all need to follow y'all process. And y'all need to arrest whoever gave y'all these false allegations, bro. This is bullshit.
While it may just look like Kirk is flexing his rapper money here, this is actually a very good point for him to bring up in this situation.
No motive.
If he's doing random $30,000 deals on a weekday and paying for hundreds of thousands of people per month, what does he need $80 and an iPhone for? The further he can place himself from this event, both literally and figuratively, the better.
The better he can place himself away from this event, literally and figuratively. Like, bro, you ain't nothing, bro. Nothing to do with none of that. That's the best bet, bro. If you ever in a situation, whether you in a situation that did something or not, this is just game right here.
From Kirk's point of view, he was nowhere near that crime. He had no reason to commit that crime, and he has sound and reasonable explanation for his whereabouts at the time. However, from the detective's side, a crime was committed, and Kirk's vehicle was right there as it happened. So they need to try and extract the information needed to piece his day together to come up with a story that Kirk cannot argue with. That forces him into a confession.
When I encountered you in the hotel, you came back to the concierge, the counter. Yeah. Where were you coming from at that point?
Prime, whatever the hell. I went to eat. I went to get some food.
Where is that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
How'd you get there?
In the car.
What kind of car? Was it a car you drove? Somebody else drove?
Uber.
A Uber?
Yeah.
What kind of car was it? Small car, SUV, truck? What?
I don't know. Let's talk about what matters.
That's why we're here.
Let's talk about what y'all need to get me about this stuff. When I'm driving in the car, when I went to go eat, what time I went, that don't have nothing to do with the fact I ain't robbed a damn soul. Me, nobody around me, ain't nobody robbing.
See, he don't gotta answer these questions. They want to ask the questions to box in a story so that this is the story. So if anything falls in line, here's the thing. Once you start telling the story, you could tell a story that goes a span of a month, bro. 3 months. Right? It could be a crime that happened 4 months ago. They trying to figure out what you did every single day for 3 whole months, right? Let's say you almost remembered everything you did for 3 months, but you got 1 hour on one day of that wrong. Now your entire 3-month story, even if every single thing could damn near be confirmed, because you messed up and lied about 1 hour on one day, all that story goes to shit, and everything can be a lie, and now everything just went a whole 2 levels, 10 levels up off rip. So you don't play the story game. You start telling this whole story, bro. Every single thing better be on point. Otherwise, don't tell it. Don't even get into it, because he don't gotta answer it. It's on them to prove it. He don't gotta answer it.
Let's take the word robbery out of the picture.
So while we here, we taking the word robbery out of the picture. Y'all are robbery detectives. This is robbery unit. That's the second word he said. That's the second word he said when he came in here. Robbery. Come on, bro.
Okay, listen.
He told me he asked to question me about a robbery when I walked in my hotel. Robbery. I had every answer to the question you needed right there. Whoa, that ain't it. That's false. Okay, throw that out the window. We talking about robbery, bro. It's nothing for me to talk about. I didn't rob.
So do you think that we just woke up this morning and decided to just...
I think y'all got a phone call from somebody that's already a liar. I know they're a liar. Got a phone call from somebody that's a liar, and y'all bought it. Y'all believe it. Y'all got me in here, and y'all put me in handcuffs. Got me outside the hotel in handcuffs, cameras and shit all on me. Come on, bro. This shit is bad for what I got going on. And I ain't even do shit to that, man.
Even without a lawyer present, Kirk knows exactly what to do. He currently has the upper hand in this interrogation and needs to keep it that way. The cops are searching for anything that puts Kirk at the scene of the crime, but by redirecting the conversation away from that, back to what he thinks is actually important, there's no realistic way that they'll be able to get what they need.
Exactly.
But even though he's winning, it's still worth noting how strange it is that he's not asking for a lawyer. Kirk obviously knows exactly what to do in an interrogation and has clearly spent time learning what to do. If that's true, he should also know that there's next to no scenarios where lawyering up will harm his case. But whether it's an ego thing or just a lapse in his thinking, Kirk is definitely still winning this interrogation. But he's about to start absolutely dominating.
We talking about criminals. When I do business, it's legally binding. It's legally binding. Everything I do, you have to sign a contract. We got to sign a contract.
Okay,
It's
so
a contract
you're telling
right
me that
now.
that whole incident happened and nothing went wrong. Nothing happened. There was no.
Not to my knowledge.
There was no fight. There was no scuffle. There was no.
I ain't fighting nobody. But y'all know it's too much. Y'all know too many lies. You get what I'm saying? That's why y'all got to move backwards like that, bro. Like
You're saying that they're lies, but you don't know what we have or don't have.
okay.
I like the legally binded move because that's gonna give officers the thought process like maybe these people who got robbed were trying to scam him and were trying to rob him for the money that they owe him. And so then it becomes, well, it's a 50-50, it's a cancel out, bro. We ain't even gonna do nothing. You good, they good. If you know, get your money from whatever, you know what I mean? So throwing out the legally binded is like, maybe they were trying to rob him, scam him, doing criminal activity against him.
I know if y'all had proof of me robbing somebody, we wouldn't even be talking. Y'all would have cuffed me. I would be charged with it. That's what I know, bro. That's what I know.
Now,
Facts.
while this isn't necessarily true in every case, it is absolutely true here. If you're in an interrogation room and the cops are trying to find out details of the case and accusing you of a crime instead of charging you immediately, it very likely means that they're missing the details needed to charge you. In the vast majority of cases, an interrogation is only done to extract a confession when they don't have enough evidence to easily convict you otherwise. There are a few other niche scenarios, such as trying to figure out why you committed a crime, but
The only other time you're gonna have that situation where they already know you did it is because they can't figure out a motive. Like the motive is all the way up in the air, so they just trying to get a why to it so they can understand or tell the victims' families or just have that information to know what was the motive, what was the reasoning behind that, because they use that type of stuff for research, man. That's why people get long-term research, psychology, all that type of stuff. So that's why they want to get the motives on why, to see what led them to that for research purposes, human research purposes. So that's the only other time you're gonna be in a room like that. Or if they don't know.
it's often very easy to distinguish why exactly you're there based on what you know about the event and what questions they're asking. If the cops know that you're guilty and have irrefutable evidence, cooperation has a lot of merit. But if they can't prove you did what they say you did, stay silent and ask for a lawyer, especially if you're innocent.
I ain't no fool.
Your side of the story.
My side of the story, I ain't done that. I don't have a side of the story because I ain't done nothing to nobody. Bro.
So that's what I was asking.
And before something could be done to me,
happened, right?
and before something could be done to me, I realized I was dealing with bad business, and I
Why do you say it was bad business?
What?
Why do you say it was bad
I
business?
already told y'all that. You want to rewind this? You want to rewind it, bro? I already told y'all, bro.
You wanna rewind
My
it?
story not gonna come out different no matter how many times.
Never explain something twice. That was great. Because if he said it any percent different than how he said it before, it's a problem. But because he already said it and they asking him again, you're not going to mess that up. They trying to get you to mess up. Even if it's the dumbest thing in the world, it's going to open up a whole can of worms. And it's going to open up Pandora's box. They just want to get you to mess up one time. Just one time on the littlest detail. It was 8:15 versus 8:30. The littlest detail. They just try to open up Pandora's box. He already said it. The recorder is right there. Go ahead and rewind the tape.
That's it, bro. It's not, bro. It's right here. So you press stop and rewind and play, I'm going here. Why I said it was that.
It's a master class, man.
There's nothing going on my phone. I was say, oh, man, he needed my help. But his event, he already was in deep water because he's already doing, and I see why, he's already doing bad business. You see what I'm saying? He has an event that wasn't going to go as planned. He needed me to make up for that. He needed me to cover his ass. So he brought in another person, lied to him, swindled him. He thinking he coming to book me for a whole different event. And they tricking him, got him paying me to come do a walkthrough tonight. Come on, bro. These niggas full of shit. And matter of fact, check them cameras. Y'all got crime scene investigation unit out there, check the cameras. See him meet up with somebody else in the lobby. Ask him, hey, who's that? Ask him. Follow up on what I'm telling y'all.
That's what we're trying to
I mean,
do.
shit.
He trying to
I
help
mean,
them with their
shit,
investigation.
At the end of the day,
Oh shit.
I would.
He damn near helping them with their investigation. He talking to him like he the captain. He the captain telling them what to get. Hey, man, you better get up on your shit next week before your ass get fired, homie. Your ass about to be fired on your day off, homie. Get your shit right.
Would expect people to act on common sense anyway.
The cops have realized that they're definitely not getting anything out of him for now. He's told his side of the story and made it clear that it won't be changing, no matter what they say. So, as is the protocol here, the detectives decide to leave the room and spend some time outside trying to come up with their next move. This is also often done as it gives the suspect time alone in the room to sit and build up anxiety. In many cases, it can actually be the difference between breaking through a suspect or not. But in this case, Kirk literally just shut his eyes and went to sleep. This dude really does not care. However, it seems as though the detectives couldn't come up with their next step and decided that nothing was going to make this guy budge. The next time a detective returned, it was regarding the security of Kirk's belongings that had been left in his hotel room. Even though he hasn't been convicted yet, he was still the prime suspect of this investigation, so he'd be spending some time in jail while they figured out what to do and gathered all the evidence they could. So they just had to figure out what to do with his stuff while he was locked up. But obviously, Kirk refused to let them touch his stuff and just let the hotel deal with it. Kirk was facing a possible sentence of up to 15 years in prison plus a $10,000 fine, plus any charges they could slap him with for the battery. That's only if they could gather enough evidence, though. Evidence they absolutely were not getting from Kirk, or the blocked security footage that was the only evidence the crime even took place. So just after 48 hours in jail, DaBaby was released and sent on his way. Just 2 months later, all charges were dropped, and he remained a free man.
Wow. Just like that, got off on the police, man. They gonna try to do what they do easily, just with the wrong words, him saying the wrong stuff. He could have got locked up right away, whether he did it or not. Whether he did it or not, just saying, answering the questions wrong or saying the wrong information could have got him locked up for something he possibly didn't even do, just off an interrogation. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? Take your notes on this one, but be careful. Stay tight, stay locked in. Understand you don't gotta say nothing. You better off saying nothing than saying anything unless what you gonna say you know is gonna work. Unless what you saying is you know it's gonna work and do what you gotta do, you better off just saying nothing. That's it though, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Give me more videos to react to, all that good stuff. I love y'all, appreciate y'all. Remember to keep it real, rare, always reaches everyone. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.